Hello, my Blackhawk family. So excited to be sitting here today with Chip Clark, our new worship pastor at Blackhawk Ministries. I know you are just as excited as I am on Sunday when you got to hear the announcement that Chip's coming on to the Blackhawk team. And so, Chip, it's a joy to have you on the team. I can't wait to serve with you, and I know our Blackhawk family feels the same. And so today, Blackhawk, I just want you to get to know Chip, get to hear his heart a little bit. So that's why we're here together. And Chip, first of all, just let us get to know the Clark family. Tell us a little bit about that family of yours.
I love my family, so I love talking about them. And I'll start with the boss of the house, Renata, who's my wife, and you all may see her every now and then sitting up front with me. She's just awesome, takes care of our family well, just always thinking about the little things and the big things, really. She's been the glue. Then we have Jalen, who's my oldest daughter, who lives in Indy, just finished up school there and is just loving Indy. Hopefully she comes back to me one day, but maybe not. We also have Amon, who is a freshman this year at Indiana Wesleyan, is playing football there, studying sports medicine, awesome kid. And then we have Chip Jr., who goes by a few names, so if you see him, he will answer to all of them. Jimmy, CJ, or Chip. They're all his names, and he is an awesome kid if you get to know him. Loves business. Works at Auntie Anne's on Maysville, so maybe you can get him to give you a free cinnamon pretzel. And then there's Trinity, our youngest. He is just an awesome kid, and also the tallest in the family. I should make mention of that, and he would probably shake his head yes, and he's kind of proud of that fact. So that is the Clark family.
Awesome, and a great family it is too. It's been awesome to get to know you guys already. Can't wait to continue that journey. And so one thing I do know that we have in common within your family is we have a big background in the church.
Oh, yeah.
And I know one of the things, Blackhawk, I love about this guy is that he has a heart for the local church, believes in the local church, and that stood out in all of our talks and all the time we've gotten to know each other. So what has the church meant to the Clark family growing up? I know you also grew up in ministry, PK and such, right? We share that.
Certainly, I always tell people, I'm pretty sure I was born in the third pew to the left, but I've been in church all my life, and I love the church. There was a time, if I'm honest, that I was fed up with church, and as a kid, age 16 to 23, but God found a way to bring that back to the forefront for me, and it's just been everything for me, and he loves his church, and so why wouldn't I? And what does that look like for us here at Blackhawk? I don't know, but I'm excited to join this family and to bring some of my roots that I come with to know that that the things that my granddad and my dad and my mother and my grandmother put into me, I now get to utilize that for God's kingdom. It excites me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Let's talk about that for just a minute, because I love that we share that. I have such a heritage history in my family, a lot of people that poured into me, but now I see God bringing that to the forefront, bringing that to life here at Blackhawk. And when we look around, we see lives change every week here. We see God moving, we see God changing lives. God's hand is on this place. God's hand is moving, and it's an exciting season at Blackhawk. And so coming in now as our worship pastor, filling that role, that capacity, what is it in that context that excites you the most?
Yeah, I think in my conversations with you, even previous to even looking at what Blackhawk would look like for me to fulfill this spot, coming here in February and hearing the fact that you guys were concerned about being the church beyond the inside of the walls, beyond the Sunday morning, beyond just the people that we know and we get to sit in the pews with, that your desire is for Blackhawk to be a church that reaches out to everyone. And that was pretty attractive to me, to know that we want to take on what God says in His Word, to go and make disciples, for that to be in the forefront of every message that I hear you speak, and then as I talk to other people, and that's in their heart, that excites me. And the music part does too. I'm more than just a song picker. I do believe in, my granddad was very adamant that we would find songs that ministered to us. because he felt like if it ministered to us, it would minister to those that we would sing it to. And he would encourage me that as a worship leader, or as a soloist, or as a someone that would do a sermonic solo, that when I sing, or when we sing, we are tilling the ground. We're tilling the ground for the word to be able to throw good seed into good soil. And so I take it seriously when we're up there and being able to do that, and I enjoy it because I believe in that moment being the thing that spurs us on to go and make disciples. Yeah.
Well said, well said. And I have something I want to say to our church family, but before I say that to our church about you, is there anything you would like to say to Blackhawk as we go on this journey together?
One, thank you. Thank you for jumping in. I know you guys may think I jumped in, but a big part of me jumping in further is the jump that you made with me. And I look forward to going deeper into that. I ask you for patience as we continue to grow. I ask for your feedback. But more so, I ask that as we come in each and every Sunday and we get to hear God speak to us from the stage, from the worship team, from our pastor, that we won't sit on it, but that we would go and make disciples.
Well said. Well, Blackhawk family, I want you to know that I am personally overjoyed to have Chip on this team. The journey that God has had us on looking for our worship pastor has been a fun one. It's been a challenging one. It's been one where we have had to wait, and no one has done that more than you have. And so what I want to say to you right now is thank you for waiting. Thank you for your patience, your trust through the process. And now I want to say to you what I am excited about Chip. In this process, my commitment to you has been that we were not going to go out and bring somebody into this role that does music really well, who can also be a good pastor and shepherd on the side. My commitment was I wanted to go out, and I believe God led us very clearly to make sure whoever fills this role was going to be a visionary leader, a pastor, and a shepherd who also does music really well, and that is what we have in Chip Clark. That's what excites me about you joining our team, Chip. And so, church, I want to ask you to embrace this fellow and his family. I want to ask you to love them just like I asked you when I came. Love his family. He's going to earn that. He's going to lead the way in that, but love and embrace Chip's family. Embrace them as our own because they are. And within that, follow him well. He's going to lead us well, so follow him, trust him. He wouldn't be in this spot if I didn't trust him. We're in this together. And so Chip and I are excited to lead and be up front leading the way in our services. But as Chip has said, it goes so much further than what we do on Sunday mornings. Embrace Chip, embrace our leadership. Let's go somewhere together. And when we do that, when we are unified, I share often that the things that excite me the most around this place is the unique unity that we see and the mindset of hunger to move forward. Let's build on that. Let's be unified in that as we follow not just Chip's leadership, but as we move forward towards our future together, which is a big part of where we're going as a church as well. So thank you for embracing Chip. Chip, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I hope you've enjoyed getting to know his heart. You're going to hear a whole lot more. So church, let's keep moving. We're excited. See you soon.